In our last video, we were in Cocoa Village, Florida. We checked out this beautiful waterfront park, strolled the streets of the historic downtown, checked out some fantastic old buildings, and even caught a play at this beautiful theater. In this video,
we're in Melbourne, Florida.
For context, we visited Melbourne in September of 2025. Melbourne is approximately an hour and a half from the metropolitan city of Orlando and part of Florida's Space Coast.
Melbourne is a city on the Intercoastal Waterway and sits along the Indian River. We started our journey here at Crane Creek. It comes in from the river, and it's a 16-acre sanctuary known for its manatee sightings. Downtown Melbourne and most of the city lie inland from the Indian River Lagoon. The area was incorporated in 1888, and the current population is about 88,000. The white building here was originally the Melbourne Hotel, opened in 1924. It's now office and commercial space. And this building was originally built in 1898 as a hardware store. It's now a brewery. Passenger rail service arrived in this area in 1893, which led to the town's initial boom. This building was originally a train depot. We're now headed down New Haven Avenue, which is the core of downtown. Originally, downtown was on Front Street, but in 1919, a fire destroyed all of the commercial buildings. In the 1920s, this popped up as a new commercial district. The green building across the street is the Miles Building, built in 1913 as a restaurant and billiard parlor on the first floor and the Midway Hotel on the second floor. And the white and red building is the historic Melbourne Arcade, built in 1925.
If you're new to our channel, our focus is typically on the historic downtowns. This video is a companion piece to Cocoa Village, which is a few miles up the road, and you should check that one out too if you haven't already done so.
A little history about Melbourne, Florida. It was originally known as Crane Creek, but the city's first postmaster was from Melbourne, Australia, and so the city was renamed in the late 1880s to honor him. The original community's economy was based on citrus and pineapple farming, as well as the cattle industry. In addition, tourism, including sport fishing, was important to the area. Unfortunately, as with many towns in Florida that we've visited, the Great Freeze of 1895 devastated the citrus and pineapple industries. That, coupled with the 1919 downtown fire, had a significant impact on this city.
As we're doing this voiceover, I realize some further context may be needed. We're actually filming this pretty early on a Sunday. I believe it's in the 9 or 10 o'clock hour, which would explain the lack of people that you see in the downtown.
So a fun fact about this area is it's actually known for its prehistoric fossils. Back in the 1920s, a Harvard zoologist discovered the bones of a mammoth along Crane Creek. They also ended up finding fossils for the mastodon, saber-toothed cats, and a giant ground sloth dating back 10,000 years BC.
And of course, now the most common fossils are the residents. Little snowbird joke there.
With the space industry coming to the area in the 1950s, the economy has shifted to technology, aerospace, and military services. The Hennigar Center for Performing Arts was originally built in 1919 as an elementary school, and it's one of Brevard County's oldest public buildings. Melbourne is also home to the Florida Institute of Technology, which was founded in 1958 to support the growing space program.
According to our research, the revitalization of the downtown began sometime in the 80s. And today, the downtown is an interesting mix of old and new. If, like us, you enjoy street art, we will have a section towards the end of the video dedicated to that.
And here's just another look at the Melbourne Arcade, built in 1925. This sculpture is known as the Vision of the Harbour Guardian and was dedicated in 2013. The Flatiron Building, shown here, was built in 1925 with businesses on the first 2 floors and a luxury hotel on the 3rd floor.
Next is the street art section I referenced earlier, and then we will be back to wrap this one up. All right, what'd you think of Melbourne, Florida?
I really liked Melbourne. It struck me as maybe less touristy than Cocoa, but its downtown has lots of shops and restaurants that are in use. It seems pretty vibrant. They do events like parades, and they're having a car show coming up, so it seems like a really cute place. I enjoyed it. We started at the Manatee Viewing Center, although we didn't see a manatee today, but I just really enjoyed it. Thought it was great.
Yeah, I think in the last video I said, Florida seldom disappoints, particularly coastal Florida, and certainly true for Melbourne. Again, I'm sure most people pass through here on the way to the beach, but it's definitely worth your time to check out this cute, historic downtown. I loved it. I give it a thumbs up.
I agree.
All right, get off the couch, and we'll see you next time.
Cheers.